On the campaign. They lost most recently to FC Dayton last night as well. FC Pride, they come hailing out of your part of the country, Darren, Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, Indiana. No, they got some decent soccer. It's a decent soccer city. They've been growing a little bit there, so it's good to see that they've got some local women's soccer.
Absolutely. We'll be looking forward to bringing you all the action between FC Pride and your Columbus Eagles here on Eagle TV. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with the starters and kickoff. You are watching the Columbus Eagles here on Eagle TV.
To honor America, please rise and join in the singing of the national anthem.
Welcome to historic Columbus Crew Stadium is ready to kick off the action on the home slate of things for your Columbus Eagles for the 2023 WPSL Summer Campaign. Bart Logan, Darren Van Paris looking forward to bringing you all the action as your Eagles are facing off against FC Pride, the Pride of Indianapolis, but Eagles will look to send them back to Indy feeling no pride, that's for sure. That is the goal. Eagles coming into the campaign with a pair of wins in this early season, including a dominant 6-0 clean sheet win yesterday over the Dayton Dutch Lions, and they'll look to replicate that sort of dominant performance today against the Pride. Pride on the season, 2 wins, a pair of losses, with a +2 goal differential. And the Eagles, 2 wins, 1 draw, and a +8 goal differential. Darren, we were talking a little bit earlier before this about the return of Katie Cox, a real motor in the midfield for Columbus. Looks like both she and her sister Nikki will be getting the start there at midfield, as it looked like with the starters out there.
Yeah, it should be an interesting see what we see. An interesting setup, and we were kind of talking in between the break, just not quite sure what exactly the formation's going to be, or where exactly what everyone's going to plug in. But we got a decent idea here. At least Lacey Bethea, we think, will either be playing up top or playing one of the right wing roles. And then you got Katie Cox in the middle. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Eagles get lined up here.
Yeah, it's looking like up at the 9, it's going to be Gabby Holler, one of the Holler sisters. Looks like Abby Townsend out wide right and Lacey Bethea wide left. And then midfield, Katie Cox, no surprise there. Along with 54, that's Victoria Kevazia. And I would
nailed it, Bart.
Maybe, and then it looks like, is that a back 3?
It looks like they're playing
with
back
Molesky
3.
and Ashley Godwin.
Yep, and then looks like Madeline Woodruff is playing that right center back role.
So interesting, and so Bethea and Townsend maybe more again, wing backs.
Right.
So this will be an interesting lineup here for the Eagles. We've been used to seeing them in past years with that 4-3-3, but the 3 in the back has become so in vogue, and we are underway here at historic Crew Stadium. Ball up and cleared by Ashley Godwin, who's setting up at center back after a long time plying her trade at midfield. Here's Nikki Cox out wide to Abby Townsend. Townsend swings it in, and it's going to be taken away there by FC Pride.
Yeah, certainly. No, as you say, the 3 in the back's been definitely an in vogue formation, just as it's kind of getting some more popularity. Just allows a little bit more flexibility, but allows for a sturdy base in the back where you've got a little that extra defender permanently back there, but it does allow for the midfield players to roam a little bit more and get forward. And then also you see sometimes the left and right center back, they're able to move into the middle if they're looking to play a little bit more advanced too. So definitely offers a little bit more flexibility right off the bat.
Here's Lacey Bethea coming down that left
That's
side.
a good look there.
Oh,
Mike.
Good opportunity.
Oh.
Shot. Oh, couldn't put that one on target. Was Gabby Holler. A good opportunity there early there for Columbus.
I thought the bike was on there, Bart.
It was.
It fell pretty quickly, pretty nicely for her.
It would have been ambitious, but we respect the ambition here.
We do.
Instead, we're going to have a goal kick here, and it's going to be FC Pride bringing it up. Out wide on that near side, it's Lillian Wilson with it. Wilson plays it ahead, but Olivia Molesky is able to pick it out.
There.
Here's Nikki Cox. Cox out wide. It's on the foot of Abby Townsend.
Nice little cut there.
Yep, she makes an opening. Great cross, but gloved there by the keeper, I believe. That is Arissa North. I take that back.
Yeah, we're not quite sure. We have 0 as their goalkeeper, but she's wearing number 18, so it could be Arissa. Um, not totally sure though.
We will all learn together. As here's Kavazia.
Nice
She
little
sends it up
touch.
to Holler. Holler leaves it for Nikki Cox. Cox sprinting. Oh, I don't
She
know. I think
just
that,
went-
yeah, I
yeah,
think that ball
yeah.
just made it out. But nice thought there. And some
Mhm.
nice movement early on from the Eagles. We're just 2.5 minutes in, but they're moving the ball well, possessing well, and already generating some nice offensive chances.
Yeah, I mean, you see there. I mean, Holler can definitely play as that target forward type, but we've also seen DeSalisa in the. We're only 3 minutes into the game, but the Eagles are getting with with both Bethea and look at these little black heels. I love it. But yeah, with Townsend as well. So they're getting with. They're making some good crosses in here, and they said you've got you've got a target forward who can play those little knockdown balls in the midfield to have the Cox twins, the Cox sisters. I should say run onto that.
And here's Columbus with it. It's back with Abby Townsend and the aforementioned Katie Cox. Played back to Ashley Goglin. And it's Olivia Molesky. Back with the captain. Goglin surveying her surroundings and then gives it to Cox and we'll get it back. A little bit of possession here as it's Madeline Woodruff as well, rounding up that back three and placing the ball ahead there for Nikki Cox, but it's going to skip off of her and out of play for a throw-in. And here along the near side, they're playing it back a little bit as FC Pride and booted up ahead, but swarming are the Eagles. Unable to really contain that one. There was, we do not have an 11 on the roster. It's back over here. Pride on that far side. Swinging the ball up, but a nice tackle there from Ashley Goglin. No problem there. It's interesting, Darren, seeing Ashley Goglin and Olivia Molesky. We're used to seeing them play together, but traditionally in the midfield here for Columbus, both of them, Ashley's always been a more defensive-minded midfielder,
right.
But Olivia Molesky has played the 10 for this Columbus team.
Yeah.
Playing at center back tonight.
Yeah, that's as I think a tribute to her. The way you can see that she understands the game really well and positioning. So, defenders, that's really half the battle is understanding where everyone else is on the field and positioning yourself to make sure you're in the right spot to make a recovery or intercept the pass. So, it'll be interesting. It also then provides some flexibility too. If they get the ball and they need to move some more players in advance, you have someone that can control the ball and move forward.
Yeah, you want the other in vogue thing is those center backs who can play the ball. Well, you have a couple midfielders back there.
Right.
You no
They
question
better hope
about
they can
that.
pass the ball around.
And so here's Townsend with it on the right side. She tries to cut in but loses control. Now it's onto the foot of Lillian Wilson. Wilson plays it back to the keeper. And FC Pride will boot it down, and Molesky heads it right back their direction. Holler, a little flick, trying to get underneath it. There's Nikki Cox. Oh, but just cleared out, and that should be a corner. It will be, and the Eagles will get their first corner of the game. And it's Vicky Kevazia, who looks like she's going to go and take it. Kevazia out of Strongsville and the Purdue.
And a couple of Boilermakers.
Boilermakers.
Gabby also plays for the Boilermakers as well. Gabby Holler.
Oh, and here though, that corner
That's
kick.
a nice recovery. That's okay.
That's a
That's a foul you want to take.
Absolutely. Yep, you do it there on their side of the field to prevent one after a quarter that they'll probably want to get back.
Right.
But it's still early in the going, and the Eagles have enjoyed the lion's share of the possession. The Eagles' share, I should say. And this is really, I mean, again, we are early on, but Pride have not even made it into the attack. They're attacking third yet. Still a lot of soccer to be played. Gabby Holler has it now. We'll hold up play, and she's fouled. And we'll get a quick restart. That's going to go off, deflect off the Pride defender and out of play. So we'll get a throw in here, and it's going to be Woodruff to toss it in.
It's a liberal interpretation from that official there in the center. Usually they don't let people get away with moving the ball that far in advance on a restart. So we'll see if that stays consistent.
Here's Kevazia. Over to... We do not have 77 on the roster. We'll see if we can't get that for you fans.
Nice look.
In a second. There's Gabby Waller was trying to get on the end of that. That was a great ball played in by Lacey Bethea.
Yeah, Eagles doing a good job keeping him pinned in here.
Absolutely. Here's Woodruff. Wide to Townsend. Townsend swinging it. Someone get a head on it. That was Nikki Cox trying to pick out that back corner. It's just a little bit too high. Carry, Darren.
This is some good soccer here from the Eagles, Bart. You know, they're able to kind of find wide spaces, play into the middle. They're playing off of their, we talked a couple times about the ball getting played up to Holler, and she's either able to do a flick on or it's a 1-2, getting it back out wide. They're putting some good crosses in here. So if they keep it up, you know, they're going to, I feel pretty confident that they might be able to bag one here.
Yeah, they're certainly looking strong and playing well.
What you had talked about, they had been one of the top goal-scoring teams in the league thus far, correct?
Yeah, you can see it
That's
right
a nice
now.
little touch through.
Here's a good opportunity for the Pride. Outmanned here, FC Pride cutting in, shot, off target, and a dangerous opportunity is not going to come back to haunt the Eagles there, and that is, you know, the live by the sword. When you do have three midfielders as your three center backs, you might be able to be exploited or have some vulnerabilities there. In this case, though, Eagles emerge unscathed.
Nothing wild there from Pride. You know, just on the counter, just play the ball forward and get make a defender, make the defender make a decision. Unfortunately, Goglin there just wasn't quite able to get the pass, and they were off to the races there. That was a nice little cutback too that Pride had to get that shot off as well.
And here's Abby Townsend. Took a nice first touch, but that second one a little bit too heavy. Pride get control. Skied up there. Molesky gets her noggin on it. Pushed wide there by Nikki Cox, but Kevazia unable to get there. That's Shay Shipley battling along with Molesky, but Molesky wins it. Katie Cox.
Nice.
Now it's wide out for Townsend. She's got speed to burn. Good ball out over to Holler. Holler, one-on-one, and she's going to lose that one, and it's going to go for a throw-in for FC Pride. We've got 10.5 minutes into this one. No score between your Eagles and FC Pride. That throw-in is going to go
miscommunication
handed right
there.
back. Yeah, that's a whoopsies. And so here's Woodruff to throw it in for Columbus. Woodruff to Cox. Kevazia's got it. Played back to Woodruff. Now it's Goglin with it. Over to Molesky. Molesky picked her pocket, though, did FC Pride, and here's a good opportunity on the counter. Ball played to space. Woodruff will be there first. Plays it back to Abby Rise, who gets her first touch. And she plays it over right back to Woodruff. Woodruff out of play, and we'll get a throw in here for FC Pride. Oh, here's a good opportunity for Pride, and it's blocked there and cleared by Goglin. Now Townsend. Nice. Forward to Holler. And gives a great long ball played. Can she get under it? No, it's going to be the Pride getting there first. It's
that's
out
unlucky
with Lillian Wilson. Breaking it up, trying to get there. Ooh, that might be no foul. Ah, they will call a foul there. A little bit past the 12-minute mark here. And Pride's starting to generate after really not being able to get the ball out of their own, defensive third. Starting to find something here on the counter, especially.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping it pretty simple, at least, as they're building up. I mean, they're playing some balls over the top there, bypassing the midfield. I think they're getting some decent opportunities. There's times when they're switching the field. They're playing it. They're switching, playing these long diagonal balls. They're going to get. They've been playing one-on-one with the defender. Usually it's Molesky and their right winger for Pride. They might get some chances where you play it into the right spot, you play it into some space. Maybe Molesky or who if it's the other side, maybe someone else isn't quite able to make a decision or win the ball. But they've been doing a little bit better job also defensive, looking a little more organized too.
And so here comes FC Pride. A good opportunity back door. Oh, and Rise is going to get that. That was, I think, the couple crew players were looking for the offside call there, and it did not come. And fortunately, Rise was able to cover that back post.
Yeah, I think that was Goglin instantly put her hand in there, and to Pride's to their benefit, they just kept playing.
Yeah.
Well, they should. Whistle didn't go.
Exactly.
There's not VAR here, from what I understand, so might as well keep going. They're going to blow the whistle.
And as a captain and as an experienced player, while Ashley Goglin, may well recognize that she knows better than anyone else on this field that you must play until you hear that whistle.
No
you
doubt.
cannot assume anything. So here's Lacey Bethay cutting in from the left side. Bethay, a nice run.
Nice.
She gets it over to Townsend. Great switch. Townsend
Tackling
it back post. Oh, that was a great ball there from Townsend. That's just gives you a taste of what she brings from that attacking wingback position.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that she's comfortable with her left or right foot there. I mean, she's made a couple of times where she's made a couple of cuts inside. That shot obviously was a good opportunity for a cross and a shot, but she's also taken it down to the end line with her right foot and made some good quality crosses in as well.
And so here's the Pride with it. It's out with Shay Shipley, their captain. On that far side, ball skied, getting under it is Nikki Cox. And now it's Olivia Molesky. Back to Katie Cox. To Nikki. Out wide with Lacey Bethay. And here she comes blazing in once again. Around the corner of the box, trying to pick out and find 77 there, but it was gloved there by the keeper, and I believe that's Arissa North. Cox with the foul there in midfield.
I think she could have got away with it if she didn't use her arms there.
Yeah, it might have been that. Now, it was a little bit. Looks like she'll get a stern talking to, but that should be it. I was worried, especially with the way those arms came up, that she might see a card.
Yeah, hit her in the face. Yeah.
Now it's played down that near side, but it's going to go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick here for Abby Rise. Abby Rise, an Upper Arlington native, so not from too far away, and was an absolute stud in high school. One of the top-ranked players in the nation, and a big find for Tennessee at that goalkeeper position. It's going to be played over by FC Pride. Along that far side, long ball, and that is the MO so far, are these long balls from FC Pride, but it's been working for them as a shot there. Rise gets a glove on it, lost control for a bit, but regained it, and she'll slide it out there for Ashley Goglin. Pride definitely starting to, find some ingredients and a formula that's working for them, even as they're happy to concede lots of possession to
Right.
the Eagles.
Yep.
And now it's with Molesky if she jumps up. Or I'm sorry, that's Katie Cox. Cox plays that ball for Bethea. Can Bethea get there first?
Ooh.
She does. What an outstanding gutsy play there from Lacey Bethea. Unfortunately,
She got a little bit unlucky there. I didn't think she
Yeah.
even got pulled there when she won the ball. But the ref played advantage there, and then, she ended up losing it. But that
Yeah,
was
that
great
was-
effort. I wasn't sure she was going to get there. It always feels like on this field that the ball just keeps rolling.
well, and she just, I mean, that just that
Nice look.
acceleration, that second gear that she's got. Ooh, that looked like a foul right at the edge of the box. Nothing coming. Here comes Gabby Holler. Holler's shot is going to be right into the chest of the keeper. 18:05 in this one. Into this one, I should say. Your Eagles and FC Pride are scoreless. Here it is. Foul there against Abby Townsend. And then for good measure, the FC Pride player kicks the ball under.
Yeah.
So Woodruff standing over this one. It will be interesting, whether Woodruff, one of the things that the Eagles don't have right now with the departure of Michaela Powers is, that kind of long ball set piece specialist that she was for them. And so it'll be interesting as we saw Woodruff taking that one. Granted, certainly wasn't trying to play that on net or anything, but it'll be interesting to see who takes those for the Eagles this year. Here's Townsend trying to get it up to Cox. It's going to go out of play. Here's Cavazia. Firing
Look.
it. That's a great opportunity there. I mean, just to get that shot on you. Maybe you want to make the keeper work a little bit more, but it was a good, clean shot through a bit of traffic and from some distance.
I mean, that's good spaces when they've been able to even cut in from the wings. They're getting into good spaces right in front of the 18 there. So I think they even got some opportunities to play it into somebody and run off of that. But those are great spaces for the Eagles to be in.
So here's Nikki Cox. I think she was looking for Gabby to make a run there, and it was a little bit of a miscommunication. Here's Lacey Bethea now. Bethea.
Oh,
Ball played over, trying to find Nikki Cox there. And now it's back with Katie Cox. She plays it to Woodruff. Woodruff to Nikki. Trying to find Holler.
nice look.
Holler up to Katie Cox. Katie
Ooh,
Cox,
ankles.
great cut. Oh!
I think that she was setting up herself up. I would take that shot there, but I think she had a little bit more time than she thought. Maybe got one more touch to get her balance back. It looked like she was kind of leaning back a little bit and just wasn't quite able to get that power. But great move.
Yeah, I think she planned to take that way, not thinking that she was going to break the other defender's ankles.
I think you are not wrong.
But still, you're starting to see some really good, possessions, some good opportunities from the Eagles. Now they've got 3-4 shots on goal here, but a dangerous, counter.
Yeah, this is where they.
Pride.
But that's you kind of pointed it out a little bit there. I mean, Eagles can't get complacent here. Make sure they got to stay organized, playing D. Not just assuming that even though they have the lion's share of the ball, like you said, making sure that they're still staying organized, communicating, tracking their runners. Because you don't want to. Those are things that deflate you, right? Like you've been getting into good spots, you've been creating some great opportunities. Next thing you know, their team hasn't had the ball for 5 minutes, and they make a couple passes, and they get a shot on goal, and they score. So, got to make sure that you're still keeping in check and staying into it mentally when you're playing in the back there.
And you have to think probably, Jamie Pride, especially with the way that this game has been going, if FC was able to, Jamie Gilbert, the Pride coach, if FC Pride's able to get one and get in front, especially it looks
Hey,
like he
they-
doesn't have a
they-
big bench. I think,
but they do got a bus here. So
yeah,
they've already parked it.
exactly. They might well just try to park it and play those long balls.
That's right. Yeah.
Which again they've had some success with. But Lacey Bethea and the Eagles may have something else to say. It's Bethea, nice ball. Swinging in, trying to find Holler. Holler getting a foot on it. Second chance there. Cleared, but not out of danger. Katie Cox tried to get to that. And they're going to call a foul on Cox there from right outside the box. So let's see. It looks like we are getting a sub coming in. Looks, yes. So
Number 10's coming in.
10 coming on for 77. Neither of whom we have on the roster. We'll try to get it from the PA announcer for you.
I haven't quite heard from the PA. Maybe they got the same sheet we do.
But in the meantime, action has resumed. And it's surprising to see, but I believe if I recall, they've got, they're able to make multiple substitutions in bring players back in, I believe, in the WPSL.
You're correct.
And so that's why it's not all that unusual to see a sub this early on. Normally be justifiably concerned, was there an injury or something?
This maybe looks like
It looks
Tori
like Sam
Haggett,
Buck, but it's not her. That may be Tori Haggett.
I think it's Tori Haggett. Tori has typically played towards the front. Looks like maybe they're playing, not quite totally sure, maybe 3-5-2, something like that, or maybe a 3. Or Tori's playing a little bit just in front of Holler there. I can't quite tell, what the formations go out. It's kind of a little bit difficult.
It's almost you got 3 in the back, and then you've got kind of 2 holding midfielders, 2 attacking midfielders, and then the 9 along with your wing backs.
Right. Yep.
Or I guess the
3-4-2-1.
3-4-2-1. Yeah.
The old Christmas tree.
Hey, Christmas. Well, it's not quite July yet. Christmas in June.
That's for Christmas in June.
And it looks like Annalise Grimmel will be coming on next for Columbus, but we'll have to wait at least until one more stoppage in play. And here, on their side, it's Woodruff breaking it up. Played to Haggett and back.
Nice. So we'll cut there.
Kevazia with it. The Strongsville native. Oh, she loses that ball, but gains it back. The second time around, they're able to clear it. That was Shea Shipley. Now it's Lacey Bethea attacking again from that left wing side. She's so dangerous out there. Smoleski gets it back to Bethea.
Nice.
Bethea, nice overlapping run from Molesky, who tries to swing it in. That's
going to be a corner.
Yep. A nice corner won there by her center back. And it looks like it will be Kevazia again to take this corner. Second of the game for the Eagles, 0 for so far. Here in the 27th minute. Ball swung
good
in.
look.
Great ball. Oh, that was a terrific look there from Nikki Cox to just get her foot on it and just direct it and finesse it.
Yeah.
Beautiful placement there from Kevazia. Great placement from Cox as well. Just not quite able to finish.
Yeah, a lot of those times where it's you're running back towards, your momentum's taking you away from the goal. And even just like to your point, just getting that shot on frame there and making some decent contact on it. That was definitely a nice piece of skill there. Just couldn't quite find a corner.
But the Eagles knocking on the door. They're still scoreless though here in historic Crew Stadium. Rise plays it out to Woodruff, and Woodruff back and forth with Katie Cox, and that's now with the skipper Goglin. Long ball to Molesky will go out of play. And now it looks like we will get a sub in.
It's like we're a hydration break
a
here.
hydration break here. And so while the Eagles take a hydration break, we will take a quick. Hey, we are back here at historic Columbus Crew Stadium. Your Eagles and FC Pride scoreless, and the opener for the home slate of games, at least for the Eagles. This is their 4th game overall. Couple of wins and a draw for Columbus, 2-2 on the campaign. Our FC Pride, those 2 wins and 2 losses, that is. Bart Logan and Darren Van Paris with you on the call. We're looking forward to bringing you all the Eagles home games this season. And thank you to those of you turning in on FIFA Plus for the first time.
Yes,
Appreciate
welcome
you joining
FIFA.
us. Yes. Hi, Sepp Blatter. He's not even with them anymore.
We should probably stop talking.
Yes, yes, you know what? That's a good call, Darren. Good call. Anyway, back with
We're
the
gonna
action.
keep talking about
We're going to
this.
be
There we go.
resuming action after the hydration break here in Columbus. It is a hot day as we are underway.
It's a nice tackle there. It's a good intervention.
Yes, and
there.
here's a good. Ooh,
That's going to be a card, I would think.
That will be.
She
I
already
think
got one.
she's had a couple. Yep.
There it is.
And so Katie Cox, and still, I wouldn't say that's a bad foul, but you're certainly after the we lose one.
Gianni and Fontino apparently is the
Yes.
we got it from our
Gianni
statistician next to us.
The little infant. We're gonna stop. They are not gonna let us do any more FIFA Plus broadcasts. As the ball is getting ready to get played here by FC Pride into the box, and that's gonna bounce out of play. I'll take that. So Abby Rise here to take the goal kick. We did confirm during that hydration break, it is Tori Haggett in that 10 shirt. And then also Avery Schoen was wearing that 77 shirt. Those great sharp Eagles jerseys, those black jerseys with that yellow trim. Eagles going left to right on the, I was going to say radio dial, but on your screen. And we've got FC Pride and those sky blue tops, looks like black shorts going from right to left. Here's the captain, Goglin. Plays it over to Nikki Cox. Cox back to the sister, Katie.
Nice.
Nice ball played there by
Yeah,
Abby Townsend to Haggett. And it's back here with Townsend. Townsend, can she swing it in from the touch line? Great
Spike.
ball,
No.
dangerous spot. There's Lacey Bethay.
And they can't find that final product there, or just figuring out the right touch when they're getting, like, it's Eagles are getting close. I mean, what they started on the complete opposite side of the field, played it back to the keeper, played it into the middle of the field, played it back out, played it wide, get to the end line, and you make the cross, which it got into a good spot. Just like, sometimes the ball just bounces weird, but that was some great build up there from the Eagles.
Absolutely.
We had talked to Mark a little bit before. The season started, and he felt like he had a really strong team and was looking forward to seeing what it would look like here in the summer. I think you can see why he was pretty optimistic about what kind of team he was going to have here. Definitely, everyone feels, you can tell that this team feels comfortable with their feet on the ball there for sure.
Absolutely, a lot of skill on this field.
Yeah. Then you got some dynamic wingers where they're able to get in behind the line. I mean, you've got multiple ways that you can attack defenses.
There's Gabby Holler, who's trying to get that up to Haggett. Now it's Katie Cox. Cox out to Abby Townsend. You mentioned dynamic wingers. She is one of them.
And I can't figure out if she's left-footed or right-footed.
And that's a good question mark to have.
Handball? No.
And appeals the handball. Nothing coming from the referee. I think there may have been something to it, and we'll see when we watch the replay after the game. But there's Haggett.
Well done.
Winning it back. It's Woodruff now. Woodruff tried to play it up for Townsend. And you get a little bit of a whistle there. I'm not sure.
They're getting a sub here.
Okay, yes.
Their captain's hopping off the field.
Yep, so off comes Shay Shipley. Coming on is, unfortunately, we do not have that number. And here's Gabby Holler. Goes off, and we're going to get a corner for Columbus. This is their third of the game. Had a great opportunity on that last one, and it looks like it's going to be Kevazia again. Seeing if we can see that Kevazia-Cox connection.
There's a lot of space right in front of that near post here.
Ball swung in by Kevazia. Oh, trying to get the head on that there was Holler. It looks like she might have bumped in there with the keeper. She seems a little bit of a knock, but seems to be able to battle it off. So with it, it's the keeper, Arissa North, trying to marshal her players up the field. And it is out of play. And so Molesky will chase that down. A little bit of a delay here as we get another subs coming on. We're trying to check to see if potentially, and no, I'm not seeing a 15 on the WPSL site either. Ball played up. Oh, but a good read there. Tough touch. Gives it right back to Columbus. Now it's Goglin. Over to Molesky. And she'll send it right back to the skipper. Kevazia. Woodruff.
Ooh.
Oh. I think.
Yeah, just didn't think that she
Yeah.
thought she was going to get it. She didn't.
Yep, Gabby Hall. Yeah, if she kept that run.
Yeah, that's it
right
on, that's
there,
it on
but
goal.
Here's North with it. North playing it to Lillian Wilson. And back. Now over to that near side. It looks like, you know, they've gotten away. They were playing those long balls earlier, but now we've been seeing FC Pride playing, at least on the goal kicks, a lot of them short. As Annalise Ramel wins it at midfield. It's back with Molesky. Over on that far side, played up there. Nice flick to Haggett. Haggett ahead to Kevazia. Find Townsend. She does. It might be a little bit out of reach. No, Townsend's able to track it down, and she wins a corner. That's a great after that ball just maybe had a little bit too much weight to it to get back there. Recognize that, you know, you might not be able to generate the attacking chance, but just throw it off to the defender to earn your team a corner.
Absolutely. I mean, Holler's done a great job displaying that, being able to create some connecting passes. That little back heel just open up the entire side of the right field there.
Right. We saw her out there, and she's a, you know, large, imposing physical presence, and, you know, might typecast her a bit as a, you know, the target man, target woman striker, but she can move well with the ball and without it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that was actually that's a good point. I mean, that's something I had thought of. Is like, okay, here's definitely someone that they're trying to play the ball to, and definitely more back to goal. But I mean, you can tell that she definitely is athletic enough and has definitely enough quickness to where she can move around players. But then she, you know, is just a great athlete to where she just has a great feel for the game too.
And she's coming off the field now to get some, you know, deserved rest. Danny Gunderson coming on.
Get that little holdover break going into halftime, you'd think. That's kind of just maybe too strategic just to buy just a couple more minutes of rest there.
Absolutely, yeah, to get it. Especially, it is, again, folks, it is hot.
Yeah.
I know we don't have to, you know, tell you that, but understand these women are playing in some conditions. But they're playing at a gorgeous field here at historic Crew Stadium.
It's always interesting, kind of like, you know, just seeing how other teams interact here. Well, then stop my thought there for a second.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, you know, when I was walking into the stadium here, you know, I saw some FC Pride players. They all were taking pictures on the field and, like, you know, interacting with the coaches and taking pictures that way. I mean, you could definitely tell that people enjoy playing in the stadium. This has meaning to people. It's always just interesting to see, you know, people from Minneapolis, you know, came all the way out here to play, and it's, you know, players know what historic Crew Stadium is and what it means to American soccer.
Absolutely, a fortress, the Tiny Demon Fortress.
The Tiny Demons.
And we'll see if we can awaken some of those tiny demons now, as it's Danny Gunderson playing it over to Katie Cox. Cox on a yellow. It's Haggett now. Haggett to Woodruff. Woodruff played forward to Townsend. Back to Woodruff. Swung in for Gunderson. And now it's going to be a little bit awkward there. And that looked like he might have had an appeal for a handball there. Now it's Shea Shipley. Shipley playing that ball well, but a little, a little
it's got to play that more
too
into
light
space.
there for. She was trying to find Samantha Pullins. We haven't, you know, seen too much in this game of playing that 10's role. Pride now here with the throw-in. And it's going to go back out of play. Let's do it again. Here's Lacey Bethay now with it for Columbus. Bethay trying to get it up to Gunderson, tracking back, but instead it'll be the big boot of Ashley Goglin to clear it out.
It's a shoulder if I ever saw one.
Here's Gunderson, loses it. Now it's played back to the keeper, Arissa North, for FC Pride. North play it over to Lillian. Lillian Wilson back and forth, waiting for Haggett to get in there, Gunderson to start pressuring him. So the Eagles look content to kind of try to wait him out. Woodruff will let that ball go out of play. Savvy move there as it's a throw in here for Columbus. Goglin has it. And it's played back to Rise. Goglin to Katie Cox. Here's Kevazia. Booted over there, and Buffet not quite able to get it. It's going to skip out of play. And we throw in here for the Pride. 42 minutes in, actually the 43rd minute is where we are. And it's Buffet.
Yeah.
Nice move there from Lacey. Get
How
wide,
much attention
get it
she
wide.
brings. I mean, she brought in 3 defenders there.
And she's able to get it there to Abby Townsend. Townsend along the touchline, trying to swing that in. One of these is going to get through.
Yeah, and just give credit
it's
to
gonna be a
also
layup.
Pride too. You know, they're not panicking when she gets just getting to the end line. They're putting themselves in positions to where they can intervene on those passes.
Great tackle there from Abby Townsend, and then it should be a handball there.
Looks like they did call it.
So this is a, potentially dangerous spot here.
Yeah. You also, it looks like they got the wind with you, playing into there. So sometimes these balls that can kind of be floated in towards that back post, keeper might misjudge it a little bit.
And it's Woodruff to take it. A little too far out to go straight on net, but yeah, Darren, they look to be lining up around that back post area. Grimmel trying to get on it. Gunderson trying to track it down too. Bethea skies it. Haggett, she got hit in the noggin there. And it'll ultimately be cleared out. Now it's a foot race here between Goglin. Goglin plays it back to the keeper, Rise. Rise up to Woodruff. And that crisis quickly averted for Columbus. Here's Townsend. Townsend rocked. And
yeah,
like to see a card for that.
That's the second foul.
It was a rough foul. No, we will have a quick sub. She's quick to come off after committing that foul.
It's another one that looks like they're set up to place back into the box here. Coming up on 45th minute. We're in the 45th minute. Let's see if we get any extra stoppage time.
I would imagine you got to get, at least a couple minutes for the hydration break.
Right. And there's been some subs, so 3 or 4 minutes, I would assume. Maybe 5.
That seems right. We'll see if we get word from the official or PA announcer.
Looks like we're not. So
we're
going to say 5 minutes.
Yeah. we'll give you an idea how many minutes it was when it whistles. Gunderson with it along the near touchline, tries to swing it in. That's going to go and skip off the FC Pride player and out of play. So another chance on the corner. This will be the 4th of the game for Columbus. And they've generated some good chances to have the Eagles.
I think they got to be ready for the second ball that bounces out. Seems like there's been a lot of garbage that hasn't been quite dealt with. That's a good take by the keeper there.
Looks like there was a whistle before. And so we will get a goal kick here from Marissa North. Still no score in stoppage time in this first half. And you have to say, if you're FC Pride, I think you're thrilled to go potentially into halftime scoreless. Columbus, I don't think you're disappointed with what you've seen on the field. It's just the end product has not been there.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything's been there. I don't think it's been a poor half in any stretch of the imagination, but I think that it's a final pass. It's getting in the right spot on those crosses. So I think they definitely got some things to build off for sure.
But there's still time. There's still another half, and there's still time here in stoppage time. We just don't know how much.
Right. Yeah.
There's FC Pride with it, and it'll go out of play. Woodruff to throw it in for Columbus. She'll send it to Goglin. Goglin to Kevazia. Switch.
Yeah, that's a good ball. I was
what
thinking
she'll
that's
do.
what she wanted to do. That's what I saw.
Lacey Bethay.
Nice.
Nice give and go
Oh,
there from
get right
Molesky.
back to
Molesky
her.
to Grimmel.
Well done.
Grimmel
That was a little
needed to weigh that just a little bit
Yeah.
differently there so that they could run into it. But the good thought.
Yep.
And like seeing the way that Olivia Molesky, especially there, is able to kind of jump off as that we get a whistle. And we'll say that was about 3 minutes of stoppage time.
All right,
right?
we will.
Sounds about right. So it's no score after 45 minutes and some change here in Columbus between your Eagles and FC Pride. We're going to step away, and then we'll be back to recap a bit in that first half. You're watching the Columbus Eagles on FIFA Plus.
Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, columbuseaglesfc.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, columbuseaglesfc.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, columbuseaglesfc.com. Fly with us today.
historic Cruz Stadium. 45 minutes in the books, no score between your Eagles and FC Pride. Bart Logan, Darren Van Paris with you. Darren, although no scores in that first half, not an uneventful one.
Yeah.
The Eagles generating lots of chances there on offense, a number of corners, but that final product is missing so far for Columbus.
Yeah, it's something that I think that they're going to try to address at halftime here. Figure out what that looks like. Do you make sure that we've got the runners in the correct spots. But I think the Eagles are getting into some decent positions. It's just figuring out that last pass or making that final run into the space that's needed.
Impressions, Darren, on the formation choice from the Eagles. We're seeing that, it's so sexy right now, that three in the back, fluid, very offensive, attacking soccer, and we're seeing that from the Eagles so far.
Well, I mean, I think that you have to have the players that feel comfortable, passing the ball and holding the ball and being able to dribble. So I think that you're seeing that, even we kind of talked a little bit about the center backs having the ability with Waleski, who typically plays midfield, and Goglin as well is playing who's playing the true center back role. They have the ability to play the ball with their feet and feeling comfortable doing so. Then you really got some dynamic players in the midfield with the Cox sisters. And then you got some wing players that are going up and down. So I think it really does kind of match with the kind of the players they have. But there's when they're also kind of playing that high line on defense, so they can be a little bit susceptible to some counters when you're playing like that. And not to keep rambling here, but the Eagles almost got caught after having a better run of play for 10-15 minutes, and all SC Pride did was play the ball over the top. They got a knockdown and they were in behind, and really probably should have finished the shot that they had. But I think that the style of play is fitting the formation, or the style of players they have, I should say, is fitting the formation. Now it's just getting that final product in and finishing it off.
Have there been any players, or were there any players that really stuck out to you in that first half?
Yeah, so I thought Abby Townsend was probably the best player on the field. At different times, she really has been able to get to the end line and connecting as well. The Cox sisters, I also think, have been playing well in the midfield. They've been getting into some good spots. So I think Abby Cox has been doing a good job of, Nikki, I should say, has been doing a better job of kind of getting a little bit more advanced up the field, and Katie has kind of been playing behind her. But those are the three to me that have stood out thus far.
I think those wing back positions, that's just something with Townsend and then Bethea over on the left side that the teams don't have, or at least so far that we've seen. FC Pride does not have a solution to them. Both of those women are and they're covering that entire side of the field. And they, credit to them. They're winning the 50-50 balls, playing balls in, both really dynamic attacking options from out wide.
Right. I think what's good from those two is, like, it's not just one way that they can attack. You're right. So, they've been also cutting the ball into the middle, where that's dragging some defenders in and pulling them away from the strikers like Holleran. And you're just creating some different opportunities, some different situations that the defenders are going to have to be aware of. So it's not just like, hey, these both players are fast. Let's just play the ball over the top and have them run to the end line. You're seeing just some variety in the way that they're able to attack.
So no score, obviously, after 45 minutes. But if you're Coach Matt Ogden, what are you telling your players here in the locker room during halftime?
Yeah, I think it's just that the first, I think, 10-15 minutes is going to be important here if they're trying to pull out a win. Really try to bring it to FC Pride in this first quarter of play to try and get that goal, right? And then you build some kind of momentum, and that's going to maybe have Pride adjust the way that they're playing. If you start dragging it into the 70 and 75th minute, you still haven't got a goal, or the game's still tied. Pride's going to feel comfortable saying, hey, it's almost 7 o'clock here on a Sunday. let's try and get our point and
get
move on, right?
Let's get to the bus right away.
Exactly. So I think that's going to be a big part, is just trying to make sure that they're coming out attacking and playing on the front foot.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Still 45 minutes of soccer left for us. We're going to take a quick break, though, and then be back with you for the start of half number 2. Again, no score between your Eagles and FC Pride after 45 minutes here in Columbus at beautiful historic Crew Stadium. We'll see you here in a few minutes.
Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today.
Hey, and welcome back to historic Crew Stadium here as we're getting ready for kickoff on half number 2 between your Eagles and FC Pride. It is the home opener for the Columbus Eagles, and Eagles, though unable to celebrate with the home fans yet, but still time to make it a memorable one. There's no score, but some pretty soccer there, Darren, in that first half. We saw some great attacking soccer from the Eagles and some good chances as well from FC Pride on the counter.
Yeah, it should be an interesting second half to see how both teams perform. As you've been saying, we saw some good spells from both sides. It's definitely been a competitive match for sure. So, like I said, I personally think that this first 15-20 minutes of this second half is really going to kind of end up dictating how the rest of the game goes here.
And looks like there have been some changes and some returns for the Eagles. Gabby Holler is back at that striker position and back on, as well as Avery Schoen, 77, at that attacking, second tier forward.
Right.
And it's with the captain right now, and now it's with Katie Cox. Cox over to Olivia Molesky. Ahead to Schoen, back to Cox. And Godwin gives it back to Katie. Molesky. And that will be out of play. Throw in there from Molesky to Cox. Cox to Holler.
Nice turn.
Holler, yeah, great turn. Good ball. Dangerous ball, and both. I appreciated that Katie Cox run there.
Right.
Here's Woodruff chasing it down, and she will get there first. Plays it back to Abby Rise, who hasn't been too busy, but has been there when called upon.
You can definitely tell she just looks comfortable back there, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it definitely is athletic enough to command her box if needed. She has made a couple of saves and hasn't been, good thing about goalies is, like, you don't want to be showing up and, constantly being talked about. That's usually a good thing. If we don't have a whole lot to talk about with her, usually that means your defense is doing the job.
And here's Lacey Bethay. We've called her name a lot, and Bethay beats Chase Shipley down the side.
That was unlucky
and
there.
That's going to go out there. Oh, peels from Bethay, but they
I think it did.
Went out on her.
Yeah.
But she has been beating Shipley one-on-one with those balls all day. And it just the energy and endurance that both she and Abby Townsend have, just covering the entire sides of the field, the flanks.
Yeah, no doubt it's a strength for the Eagles.
There's Holler. That shot was a little bit ambitious.
Yeah, a little hopeful for sure.
And the keeper here with it, it's Arissa North. North will play it over to Wilson, Lillian Wilson. North gets it back. And it's going to be booted up, but Molesky breaks it up. Skies it there. Nikki Cox gets under it, headed up to Holler, but going to be cleared first by FC Pride.
Nice.
Katie Cox gets in there to rebut.
That's a handball, I think. Okay, all
You're
right.
going to let it slide as it's Avery Schoen with it. Now it's Bethay. Ooh, I like that ball.
Nice. Oh, that was a good idea there. They pulled that ball back.
Here's Katie Cox stepping up. Cox knocked down just outside the
Well,
box.
it's
but no
interesting.
foul
This ref
coming.
feels like he's about to make a call, and then he
letting-
just lets the game go. I don't know.
Yeah, let the girls
That's,
play, I
right,
guess.
I guess so, huh?
Here's Kevazia to Holler. Holler out wide to Abby Townsend. Here comes Townsend. Along the touchline,
Oh,
swings
it's
it
an
in,
own
and that's an
goal.
own goal.
Well, I mean, we've talked about it. Even though the Eagles didn't get in the one that finished the play, but I mean that's a dangerous ball, right? I mean that's
She's
right
been doing
across
it
the
all
6.
game.
Keeper was going to have no chance on getting anything on that one. And sometimes what happens, right? You just make the defenders make a decision, and you get fortunate. But nice work to recycle that ball, and then she's been getting to the end line all night, Bart.
Yep, you put the ball in a dangerous place, and you just never know what is going to happen. This time, Abby Townsend did it, and it went off the defender for FC Pride. Unfortunately, we do not have her number, but
Yeah,
we
can't
appreciate
credit her for the goal.
So we'll get a whistle here right after the. Nice.
That was well
hands.
done.
Yep.
We almost lost our main
Yes,
sheet
our
for
with
roster, both team names there.
we wouldn't want to lose that as the ball gets headed there, and Rise is able to gobble it up. Surveying her options, she elects to play it short to Olivia Molesky. Molesky will hand it right back to the keeper. Now it's with Goglin and back to Molesky. Here's Schoen. Molesky. Goglin. Switches it out there to
Yeah, that's
Holler.
well done.
Holler to Townsend. Great ball there from Holler. Townsend has room
Yeah,
to
nice
run.
cut.
Cuts in. Townsend! Oh, and it's saved that time, but a great opportunity there from Townsend, who's been so dangerous.
Yeah, and Holler, I mean, she continues to play these little flick-ons and just, I mean, it's perfectly weighted passes. She's been super, super impressive today, Bart.
She has. It's just the little things like that. And you have a feeling, too, that, once she gets an opportunity, she's going to display some of that goal-scoring prowess. But just that ability, and right there, picking a good opportunity there to press.
Right.
And then maybe getting a foul in. But she is a very, I think, great addition for this Eagles team, and just really a nice facilitator
Right.
in that role with so many other attacking options,
No
too.
doubt. Absolutely.
So here's FC Pride skying it, but Ashley Goglin gets under it. Now it's over for Nikki Cox. Cox chests it down, gets it ahead for Lacey. Bethay gets under it. A nice swing in over, trying to find Avery Schoen. We'll get a whistle here. I'll say that was a foul. It looks like
I was gonna
Olivia
say they're going to
Molesky
get a
will play
card.
this one.
No. Yep, there it
Yep.
is.
And she'll see yellow. That is,
Good question.
I
We're
think
not
it's
sure.
Katie Chadwick.
All right, we're going to go, Katie. Okay. Sorry if it's not you, Katie.
In that case, it was the hair kind of obscuring that, but I
Right.
believe it is Katie Chadwick.
Yeah, I kind of like how the Eagles set up here on these set pieces where they're creating all this space to run into. It definitely gives Molesky an opportunity to play it into. It's very clear where she's going to want to play the ball here.
Yes.
So I'd like to see creativity in some of these set pieces. I mean, you already got someone open there, and they kind of missed it, but let's see if it could work out. I mean, I thought Holler in there was wide open.
yeah, that was.
I'm sure she already made her decision where she was going to put the ball, but I mean, got options. Put the tape on. Look at that near post runner.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We'll see as Arissa North will play it over. And now it's going to be another long ball. But Molesky, and that's the other, credit to Molesky and Ashley Goglin especially. They've been winning everything in the air. Eagles just in general, I think it really been. And, Goglin and Molesky are not your prototypical center backs, and, they're not short women, but they're not the tallest as you're used to seeing with those big defenders. But they are winning them all.
It's like, I think
Not
Abby
sure
Townsend got her tackle and got her cleat knocked off. The old boot, as they might say, in some other parts of the world.
There you go. Already starting with the time wasting, are the Eagles? No. Joking aside.
But are we?
Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, you've got the lead. But no, she clearly lost that boot. And here it is. It's Goglin. Goglin to Woodruff. Woodruff up to the aforementioned Abby Townsend. Townsend, who's not credited, maybe unfair to, I always think, especially on something like that, maybe you got to credit at least give her an assist or some sort of point for that when on an own goal.
Right.
She put the ball in the dangerous place and
should be
was
awarded
the last
for
one
it.
to play it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm there with you.
In hockey, the own goals are given to the last offensive player to touch it.
That's right. That is true.
Or you have to count own goals as part of your goal scoring record for the season.
Yeah.
They've got the stat has to appear somewhere.
Right.
For keeping. That ball is going to go out of play, and we will get a goal kick for Columbus. We're 50 into the 56th minute here. 1-0, your Eagles off the own goal. It was facilitated again by Abby Townsend. And it's another Abby Rise there, the keeper playing it over to Ashley Goglin. Here's Goglin. Cox. Over with Molesky. Long ball there by Goglin. A great ball again from Holler.
Hey, look at now, everyone's downhill, right? I mean, it's good snatch there by the keep.
And she needed to because Holler was right there to get ahead on it if she had it.
Yeah, I think, I'm not going to severely criticize Townsend's decision there. I mean, sometimes it's good to definitely get some early crosses in, but I think if she would have waited, 3 or 4 more touches to bring that ball a little bit closer to the box, she had about
she had a lot of space.
Well, she had a lot of space. She also had a bunch of runners. I mean, she really only had, at that point when she crossed it, by the time it got there, was Holleran that was or Holler, I should say, was the only person that was really had the opportunity to make a play on it. If she would have waited a couple more paces there, a couple more seconds, the Eagles had about 3 or 4 more people that were following that run too.
We'll see if Columbus can get another here, but FC Pride now with it. Lay off, flicked in, and coming out of her box to grab that one is the keeper, Abby Rise. Who again hasn't been too busy, but has been up to task when the Eagles have needed her. And here's Kevazia playing in front of the Hogan crowd for the first time, and she's been strong for Columbus.
Yeah, she has. There's another one.
Great touch there from Gabby over to Townsend.
Let's find the
Abby
pass.
Townsend.
That's it.
Oh, that last piece trying to find Avery Schoen there for what would have been an easy tap in, but just unable to connect. But wow, that another just terrific look there from Gabby Holler.
Nice turn there. I'll play her in. She's there.
Here's Nikki Cox trying to get it to Holler. That was just a little bit out of reach for her. And it's going to be cleared up and out by FC Pride. But now Columbus starting to generate some more chances.
Yes, play the ball.
Holler was fouled away from the play
Shoot.
there. Fire there by Kevazia. And it's gloved. It wasn't too much of a problem. Holler seems to be up and no worse for wear. Now that ball is going to go out of play. And Molesky will come up to take the throw in. Molesky tossed up to Holler. That was just a little bit too heavy on the touch there.
Yeah, one of the few poor touches she's had all game, really.
Mm-hmm. That was Samantha Pollins, though, with a poor touch there for the Pride, and it's right back with Columbus. Townsend skips it over to Cox. Stepping up there is Kevazia, and she wins it.
Yep.
Over to Townsend. Now she's got some runners with her. Cuts in a little bit too heavy. Kevazia is able to get it. It's over to, with Katie.
Nice.
Olivia Molesky. Molesky
nice.
with some room. Avery Schoen!
Oh, that was beautiful.
And Avery Schoen right there. The Eagles get another. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Barbie, we've talked about this three in the back and just having the ability to kind of just be a little bit more freelance. I mean, Molesky was able to win the ball in a good spot, and then no one stopped her, right? She got the ball played back to her, and she just kept going into the box. You know, definitely just allows a little bit more of just some versatility in the way that you're attacking. But that was a beautiful drop off there to show, and then she slots it in that corner. Gorgeous goal from the Eagles.
Absolutely, that was just terrific movement from everyone around, and yeah, your center back saying, you know, why not? If you're going to give me that space, I'll go ahead and take that, and then why not just find you there? And that was Avery Schoen. She got that in a perfect position, and she did not waste that opportunity. A clinical finish. And the Eagles, they lead 2-0 now. A comfortable lead, but we'd like to see a bit more.
No doubt.
I think that's what Matt Ogden wants to see too, and it's about, you know, it's not about the result; it's about the process. So far, the process is going well. Here's Lacey Bethay. She's been an integral cog in the machine today.
Nice look.
Great ball there from Bethay. Oh.
Boy, that was a beautiful run, and just the presence of mind just to cut that across the grain there, so to speak.
And of course, and there might, you know, a little bit of chemistry there. Both Lacey and Nikki Cox, Bowling Green Falcons, along with Katie Cox. A lot of action.
Action on this team
all the time. And so to take this corner, it is going to be Townsend, I believe. Townsend swinging it. Ooh. And she's trying to find Schoen, but the keeper was able to pick that one out of the air. And now here comes FC Pride.
Ooh.
Skyday gets in behind Molesky. Flag remains down. And it's going to be swung in. Here's Goglin. Back to Molesky. A little bit of a.
And Molesky did well there.
Yeah, she wins it through a couple of women.
Yes, switch it. There it is. Yep.
And now the Eagles have some numbers. Here's Katie Cox. She's got Townsend wide, and she finds her.
She's in on goal here.
With some space. Abby Townsend! Oh, bar down. No, the the net tickled, but it did not cross the line.
She can't buy a goal.
Oh, my
I mean,
goodness.
she's been in some amazing spots. That's
Here
a great
it
look
is.
there.
That's
Well
Kevazia.
done.
And Victoria Kevazia gets her first goal, and just moments after Abby Townsend hit the crossbar, Kevazia tickles the twine, and the Eagles lead 3-0.
Yeah, they're really pouring it on here. I mean, they're just they make a quick switch over to the middle of the field. I believe that they found Nikki Cox, and then you've got Townsend running down the flank. I mean, she really had a great shot on goal there, obviously hitting the crossbar, and then the ball circles back out. But you can just tell that they're starting to understand the system and making some good runs, and good for them that they're not just being complacent here and just saying, oh, we're up 2-0. Just kind of possess the ball and dinging around and not make any mistakes in the back. Look, they're looking to score goals.
The Eagles, they have started to fill that goal up, and we can still see some more. We're just in the 64th minute, and it kind of just felt like, look, if they can get one, it might just be a flood, and that's what we're starting to see now, at least the makings of it.
Right. I mean, this is how you start to build confidence too, right? Like, not every game is always going to be the same, obviously, but when you start seeing you and your teammates being able to string a couple of great possessions together, and you're continuing to play with each other. I mean, look, this has been all night. They've been able
Abby
to do
Townsend,
this. I mean,
again, Abby in on goal, and she is fouled.
may or may not have been diving. I don't know about that.
I don't. The way the defender kind of motioned after that, I don't know. She it may have gone down a little bit easy, but the defender sure sold it too.
Right.
Looks like Sophia Barnes is coming in, another Bowling Green Falcon.
Yep. Yeah, no, someone we talked about when she played when they were doing the
indoor.
There was someone that was a real standout here, and nice little nice little piece to bring in here when you're kind of seeing out a game, bringing someone that is a tireless worker and has someone that's shown quality.
Oh, and you can see Coach Matt Ogden is starting to try to close up shop. He's actually bringing a natural defender on the field.
There is
the only one on the field.
Here's Holler.
Here's Gabby Holler.
Oh,
Holler cutting across
beautiful.
the box, fires it in. Gabby Holler. She ain't no holler-back girl.
She ain't no holler-back girl hard. I was wondering if I'm going to drop it.
Oh, yes, the Eagles, they lead 4-0. This stuff is bananas, Darren.
B-A-N-A-S? Wait, did I say enough A&Ns? No, I don't know if I spelled it right.
Look, we're talented. We're not.
Listen, we don't spell. Okay?
We're here to look good,
right.
not spell. The Eagles, a commanding 4-0 lead, and you have a feeling they could have some more coming too. Looks like Amy King's getting ready to come on, but she'll have to wait at least a little bit. So the Eagles with goals, the own goal that I'm going to credit to Abby Townsend.
That's a good ball.
And then
I thought that was the other side.
Avery Schoen, Victoria Kevazia, and then the latest coming from Gabby Holler. And now it's back with the defender for FC Pride.
That's great work there. That's great work.
Yep, tracking back. She does it all. Getting a head on there is Woodruff, but not cleared out of danger. Katie Cox is able to extinguish that one fire. Kevazia, nice little turn there.
You can tell, I mean, she's definitely got some talent. I mean, just the presence of mind just to take that little touch, let the defender go past you, but you can definitely tell she feels comfortable on the ball for sure.
Bethay gets in. Lacey Bethay. Oh, she tried to find Nikki Cox, but that ball was played a little bit too far behind her. But Bethay right there along that touch line, keeping the ball in. And again, just there's no answer for FC Pride for these dynamic wing backs. that the Eagles have in Townsend and Bethea. They've just been eating their lunch.
Emily Holler, looks like another Holler's coming in.
Yes. Looks like Katie Cox coming off the field. She doesn't do
Picked up-
that too often.
They picked up a card, maybe
Yep.
trying to preserve that.
Absolutely. And you've got, a comfortable lead. You don't want to sit on it, but we'll see. As Amy King looks like she's coming on for Bethea, so she'll play out wide. We're used to seeing her play a little bit more centrally, so this will be interesting. And then, as you mentioned, Emily Holler. A couple of hollers on.
Nice.
As it's Nikki Cox, but she puts that a little too high.
That one's gone.
Yep.
It's out the door.
We'll have to track that ball back, but in the meantime, keeper's grabbing one. Some good sportsmanship for the Eagles to provide that. So the Eagles, after winning 6-0 yesterday, they've got 4 goals today. And again, we still have about 20 minutes and some change, 22 minutes.
Well, they scored all 4 of their goals in about 10 to 15 minutes,
Yeah.
it seemed like.
Yeah, all in the second half. It was scoreless to start this half. But, I mean, you mentioned with the way that this team was generating those chances, you just felt like it was just that last piece that was missing. And, naturally it would be the own goal, just putting it in a dangerous place.
Yeah, sometimes
for that
it's also
first one.
right. I mean, sometimes it's also one of those things where it's like, you feel like you're getting a better part of the game, but getting that first goal is always just big especially when you're a possession-based team and maybe you have a little bit more, some more dynamic players than the other side. It's just getting that first one just to see it go in, and then, all of a sudden you're finding some more space, and another team's playing a little bit more differently there.
Speaking
Nice.
of playing it, that was shown to Holler.
Yeah, I think Holler thought that Amy King was going to go and run up on that one and shoot it.
Now here's a nice ball played in, but it ended up bouncing a little too hard. The keeper's able to get a piece of it. It's played back there. Here's Wilson. Pressuring her there, though, is Gabby Holler, and Holler wins it. Holler pushing through and winning a big physical battle there. Over to Nikki Cox in the box, but she wasn't quite able to get that head on it and direct it on net. But what a, just terrific win there from Gabby Holler.
Right.
Just not manhandling her, woman handling her.
Well, I mean, you like to see that kind of effort, when you're out 4-0, right? Not taking anything for granted, tracking back, getting deflection, winning a ball. Things that you definitely love to see. Got a keeper change here, it looks like. Not quite sure who's being brought on.
Yes,
She's taller than the other keeper, I can say that.
And I apologize. I presumed that the keeper 18 was Arissa North, but that may not be the case, as there are 2 keepers, neither of whom is the number that we were given. Regardless, here's Shay Shipley. That's the number we've got. We've called her name a couple of times.
Yeah, we have.
The captain.
Yep.
Here it's turned over.
Nice.
And it's with the other Holler, Emily. Emily plays it back for Nikki Cox. Here's Woodruff. Woodruff, nice ball forward to Gabby Holler. It's back with Molesky.
Interesting. I don't think I'd see Olivia Molesky playing like, the true center back playing in the middle there.
I was just thinking that as she played that there.
That's how it goes.
There's Kevazia as she was trying to find Holler. Purdue connection. A lot of Boilermakers and a lot of Falcons here on the Eagles. And a lot of Bobcats.
That's right.
Here, it's with FC Pride on that near side, and 4-0 the score here in Columbus. We got a little bit over 18 minutes and some change, however much stoppage time. And imagine we'll see, a handful, at least 3-4 minutes of stoppage time between the hydration break and 4 goals.
Yeah, right.
Getting a nice breeze here at Historic Cruise Stadium as the
Another hydration break here.
shadows are starting to stretch across. And yes, it's a hydration break, and we'll take a quick hydration break too. We'll be back here for the final 18. You're watching the Eagles on FIFA Plus.
As the team takes the hydration break, we want to thank our sponsor, Magnetic Springs Bottled Water. They keep Ohio hydrated.
We are back here at Historic Cruise Stadium. We're all hydrated, got watered up. And remember to stay hydrated. It's hot out there.
That's right.
The Eagles are blazing hot right now. 4 goals they've scored in this second half, and they lead 4-0 here on FIFA Plus. Bart Logan and Darren Van Paris with you. Looking forward to bringing all the action here. Eagles with it was Abby Townsend via an own goal, getting the scoring started off there in the second half, followed by a goal from Avery Schoen, Victoria Kevazia, and then the latest from Gabby Holler.
It looks like we got a couple substitutions here, Bart. From what I can see, it looks like Sydney Worthy. This is the first action we've seen from Sydney. It's coming out onto the field. It looks like Danny Gunderson is making a return as well. I can see Tori Haggett. And on the right side, I can't tell if that's still Abby Townsend or if that is Grammel.
Yeah, I can't quite tell. With the boots, it looks like it's Abby.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Yeah. This is playing out of the back goes wrong, but it's looks like the Eagles recovered well.
Not quite yet. Here's Woodruff. Will win it and clears it up, but
Okay,
not
looks
out of
like
danger
the ref
yet.
was playing advantage there. He was going to call a foul.
Well, it's
Side
out
against that.
with it on the far side. Here is FC Pride. Oh, King running into Sophie Barnes. Just a little bit of a miscommunication, and that time it's Haggett. Was able to get that one settled. Gunderson, nice little hold up there. Kevazia has it. Kevazia plays a ball ahead for Townsend.
Just tell her to run. Let's go get it.
Here she comes.
She'll do that
Great
for
run,
sure.
great speed, and a good recovery and tackle there from FC Pride. That was we don't have a number. But Townsend, has been all over the Bobcat today. But that was the first time where we've seen, I feel like, a strong recovery from one of the defenders.
Yep.
Nice read there from Kevazia, but she loses it. Now here's an opportunity going the other way, but losing her footing was the FC Pride striker. It's back with Woodruff to Worthy. It's Olivia Molesky now. Kevazia fighting through it, gets it up to Amy King.
Yeah, nice
King,
look. Nice.
yep, to Haggett. Here's Danny Gunderson.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice ball, Danny. Oh, and the
keeper just got
crashing hit as that was Worthy, and the keeper made contact. Worthy, nothing, malicious behind it. She's following that ball the entire time, and keeper came out and hit her.
FC Pride coach is not super thrilled that there wasn't a foul called there.
And
To be
there
fair,
may be something with it.
To be fair, and anytime anyone touches a goalie, they typically will get the benefit of the doubt to protect the keeper there.
Yeah, and
Which I'm not a huge fan of, but that's a different story.
But I think it's important to protect the players, and again, I think it's pretty clear there's no malicious intent from Worthy there. So long as you don't card her, I wouldn't, be wholly opposed.
Right.
But all that being said, I would much rather get another corner, and that's what we're going to get for Columbus right now. And it's going to be Abby Townsend taking it once again. This is, I believe, the 6th corner of the game for the Eagles. 6th or 7th.
Yeah, not sure.
Townsend's had a couple. Kevazia was taking them in the first half. So let's see if the Eagles can make something from this one. Swung in by Townsend, and it's going to be cleared, and we're going to do it again, Darren.
Looks like we're going to keep doing it. Looks like Eagles could be making some more changes here.
Yeah,
next,
a lot.
Next stoppage in play.
Looks like, at least 2-3 more. And that's, one of the luxuries that you do have with a lead like this is you can start rotating that squad a bit. And look, this team played just yesterday.
Right.
So, getting some fresh legs in there. And I wonder if that has something to do with, we're not sure what the, it did look like some of the starters, including Nikki Cox, played in that last game along with Katie. I know that only because they showed up on the score sheet.
Right.
And here's Worthy. Worthy finds Holler.
Other Holler. Yep.
Yep, Emily Holler. Hollering from outside the box there. But wasn't able to quite get it on target. It looks like, we got 3 subs coming on. Abby Townsend, a rest, and she may be done for the rest of the day. I think she's earned it.
Seeing Haley Matthews come on here. Not certain about number 70.
70 is Maria Ransom.
There you go.
Yep.
And it's like Annalise Grimmel is back on to
Yep.
the field as well.
So Worthy, another natural defender. Again, we haven't seen too many of those. Or I'm sorry, Maria Ransom, Cleveland State product.
Josh Williams home.
Yes. Here's Sophia Barnes. Back to Molesky. Up ahead with Haley Matthews, getting her first touch of the game. Matthews to Molesky. Little battle of the bricks. Miami and Ohio Bobcat. Molesky, the Bobcat, having
She's gonna
herself
keep
a
going,
run.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a great
Swinging
ball in.
across.
Oh,
Oh, and just unable to get that head on it.
really not sure she
was
could put it in
Worthy.
a better spot, to be honest. Like
That was absolutely, and that,
the ball fell, I think, inside the 6 when it finally hit the ground there. It's cut the second time we've seen her make a deep run into the fence there. First one resulted in a goal.
and she gets back to get her head on that too. Afterwards. Ooh, she got kicked in the stomach, it looked like. And they will show yellow. Yeah, Olivia Molesky has been all over the field for Columbus.
Yeah, I think you could, we'll do a quick post-game wrap-up, talk about players that have had outstanding games for the Eagles. I mean, you could literally probably pick 7 or 8 players, and you can say they all contributed in an extremely positive way, and they all look very good. There's been a lot of really great performances from the Eagles today.
Oh yeah, all down that roster.
Yeah, I think you're seeing it at all 3 levels, right? I mean, you're seeing it. We've talked about the wings and the attackers. But also the middle of the field has been fantastic as well. And then Molesky has been playing well. I think Madeline Woodruff has been good too when she was on the field. She's definitely solid in the right position. She definitely brings some vertical abilities there as well.
And I think it's one of those, it's not just the offensive talent, and there is, playmaking, and there's, a pretty substantial gap, I think, between these two teams with those. But the Eagles' ability from the midfield, especially, to win those balls back. I mean, they're winning everything. If they lose something, they're going right back and getting it. And it's a great work rate and work ethic, in addition just to, strength and will.
Right, no doubt. Yeah, so you can see that you can see the vision of how this team wants to play. Right, it doesn't matter who is playing the 9 spot. The ball is being played in there. They had the wings high up on the pitch to make that run in behind the defense. If it's not there, they're asking that 9 to either make a quick little 1-2 with the midfielders that are running behind, or they're going and holding on the ball and switching it. So, they've got the players to do it. So it doesn't matter if you see Holler up there or if it's Danny Gunderson or whoever. You can kind of see what ultimately what the Eagles are trying to do.
And here are the Eagles now. It's up for Annalise Grimmel. Grimmel up for Gunderson.
They did well to pull that ball down. Right at her.
Yeah. Here's Sophie Barnes. Gives it to Matthews. Tori Haggett now. Haggett. One touched right back to her. Now it's Annie Gunderson. She winds up, but it is a little bit, just about a yard wide. And it looks like we've got a sub coming on. Shea Shipley back on for FC Pride. And she'll keep her captain's armband on. keeper with a big boot. But Molesky, once again, just all over the field. Here's Matthews to Grimmel. Annalise Grimmel swinging it in to Worthy. Oh, and just able to get that.
Yeah, the ball just kind of floated just a touch there for the keep to come off her line.
Good opportunity. There's Barnes. She redirects a little bit awkwardly, and it's right to a Pride player.
The old thigh ball.
There was Emily Holler was able to win it back. Oh, awkward touch. A little bit there, and it's going to be a foul. And advantage given for FC Pride. Starting as a little bit of an awkward sequence for Columbus. 3 or 4 just kind of weird bounces that didn't really go their way. And I think a foul and a play stoppage is not, the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah, at this point, you're trying to get out of the game. Nobody injured, nobody being sent off.
You're trying to, close the game out here. It's the 89th minute.
I'm sure you want to keep that clean sheet. I'm sure all the girls do as well.
Oh, I wasn't even going to say it, Darren.
Well, I did for you.
Here's Olivia Molesky with it. Molesky turns it over. Shea Shipley cutting in. A nice break up there by Holler.
Yeah, there you go. Take that foul.
It's back there. Worthy took it. Ransom will play it over to Matthews. Matthews back to Molesky. Here's Sophia Barnes. Barnes on the near side, and it's Haggett. Haggett back to Barnes. Annalise Grimmel battling for it. And it's going to go out of play. We're approaching the 90th minute here.
So we both pulled out our phones here to get the stopwatch for this, and the thing that I find funny is we're going to have no idea actually how much time is.
But we'll be able to tell you afterwards how much time was elapsed.
We're going the extra mile for y'all.
And so here's Grimmel with it. Grimmel, nice little flick over to Matthews. Matthews to Worthy. Back to Barnes. Sophie Barnes. Ahead. And it's Gunderson pressuring the defender. Forced out wide. Tracking it down is going to be Maria Ransom. She's hounded. That ball, just snuck across the touchline. Out of play. Yeah, you'd have to think we've got at least 4 minutes of stoppage time between the hydration break and the 4 goals. But we will see.
I don't know. We only had, what, like 3 minutes of the first half?
Yeah, it was only 3 in that first. Yeah. But there was no goals in the first.
It's also true. It's also true.
But, it's a long bus ride to Indianapolis, and it's going to feel much longer after, a loss. It's going to, the loss, I think, is a foregone conclusion at this point for FC Pride. It's just a matter of the degree.
Right. Yeah, for them, I mean, you can give them credit. They definitely have still been battling and playing hard. And, they got a corner kick opportunity here. A little short corner. Now they're going to get another one.
I think these are their first 2 corners of the game here in stoppage time in the 90th. So that tells you also a little bit about what this, how this game has been and the style of play the Eagles have been able to execute with. It's now Amy King trying to get that ball settled. She's fouled. And that's a frustration foul, and it's going to
get another card
yellow,
here. Yep. And this ref isn't shy on the cards. Not that it's saying that he's making wrong decisions, but,
There have been some where
6 or 7 cards
kind of
let
let some stuff go, and He's been willing.
But he's
though.
been firm on the
Yep.
stuff that is card worthy. We'll give him that.
Yeah, yeah. If it's deserved a card, it's gotten a card in general.
Right.
Here's Matthews to Ransom and Olivia Molesky. King hounding him on that far side. Worthy switching off. And it's going to be thrown in here by Ransom. Quick touch there by Holler. Holler to Sophie Barnes.
There it is.
And that is it. A tight 3 minutes. The Eagles are winners this afternoon here. 4-0 the final score. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll be back for a quick wrap up here. Your Eagles, the winners here on opening day.
We'd like to have all the fans join us at the Nord Deck corner to serenade the players. That's the shady corner. So come on over and let's serenade. We hope that you have enjoyed your experience here tonight. And the Columbus Eagles thank you for your support. Want to meet some of the members of tonight's team? Hang around for an opportunity to talk with the players at Autograph Alley downstairs near the merchandise table. The players would be glad to give you an autograph. Get your picture with Goldie. They will be by our merchandise table to meet you. Also, our merchandise table will be available until 7:30 p.m. Check out our Eagles merchandise. Well, folks, that's it.
Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today.
Hey, welcome back here to historic Crew Stadium. A little bit of history to be made here today. 4-0 in the home opener. That is the most dominant home opening victory for the Columbus Eagles for a home opener that Darren Van Paris and I have called, and that has been 3 so far.
That's right.
So it is an impressive home debut and for their first full season here in historic Crew Stadium, and the Eagles made this their fortress, Darren. A dominant performance.
Yeah, I mean, really just an overall great team effort. Everyone contributed in their own way. You can definitely tell that. I think that it seems like they like playing with each other. It's kind of the way that the style of play. So, you know, I think talking about what we've been seeing and what we've seen the Eagles do since we've been doing this, I think this was the most complete game that I've seen from the Eagles.
Absolutely. It was, I mean, you were saying it earlier, every single layer of this team, from that back three to that middle four, that top three, everybody was executing, everyone was moving the ball, the players were unselfish, and it started with, you know, just Abby, you know, Townsend after a scoreless first half. Abby Townsend maybe, you know, making a little bit of a selfish play and that, look, I'm just going to try to throw it in front of the net and see what happens. She's able to get the deflection, own goal, and with that, the Eagles, it felt like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of weight was lifted off them, some of that pressure to execute when they saw that something was able to go in, and then suddenly everybody was scoring.
Yeah.
Avery Schoen next up, Victoria Kevazia, and then Gabby Holler closing out the scoring, all of that within, I think, a 15-minute or so span.
I mean, those were all real players that had been kind of had their, you know, their thumbprint on the game for the most part, and also you could throw in Nikki Cox there, where you know, so that they were individuals that were already excelling and they're on the score sheet. So I mean, it was just like I said, we talked about it was a complete team effort, but there's just, there's also multiple ways that this team can attack other clubs. They've got ability in the midfield to hold the ball, possess, make connecting plays. You got the players up top with Holler, and you got the wide players. So they really have a full arsenal with them currently.
Yeah, I think that again, we talked about it throughout the attacking wing play that you saw in Lacey Bethea and Abby Townsend. I think Abby Townsend has a good argument for woman of the match, but I think
Right.
there are a number of players that probably could have their name in that hat. But then also up top, big question marks with Madison Costner not on the roster. Someone who's been, a stalwart in that striker position for years for the Eagles. And Gabby Holler, in the first game, we've had a chance to see her here. Home game in front of the home crowd. And, boy, she was an impressive player, wasn't she?
Impressive's the word. She just has a great feel for the game, and, her ability to play one-touch little flick-ons we had talked about throughout the match, just being able to connect players and just understanding where her teammates are. She's able to hit those connecting runs and really keep the pace of the game going and flowing. So definitely a great add to the roster, and something that I'm interested to see kind of how she continues to grow here with the Eagles.
Absolutely. So the Eagles, with that win, they improved to 3-0-1 with 9 points. Let me do that math right. 10 points.
I say it's tenner.
Whoops, there we go.
That's okay.
10 points.
I can't
on
spell
the season.
bananas.
Yeah, exactly. They remain at the top of the table and have now scored 10 goals in their last 2 games. 10 goals in the last 24 hours. That is impressive. Well, thank you so much for joining us for today's broadcast. We'll be here broadcasting all the Eagles home games all season long. Hope you will stick around with us. Hope you also come to some of the games down here at Historic Crew Stadium. This is some great, fun, attractive, attacking soccer to watch, and we look forward to bringing it to you all season long. So for myself, Bart Logan, for Darren Van Peers, for Tyler Kendall on the ones and twos, for David Faust, our cameraman extraordinaire, the entire team here, thanking all of you and reminding you, final score once again, Eagles 4, FC Pride nothing. We'll see you next time.
Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today.